The purpose of this tutorial is to talk about how you would manage the structure of Microsoft OneNote. The first thing is knowing that Microsoft OneNote is actually similar to our paper-based types of notebooks. OneNote allows you to manage your information in your notebooks, but it allows you to do that electronically. When you use OneNote, you can organize your notes into different sections. So these are called your sections. And each section has a group of pages. So based on the section that you select, that will dictate the pages that are between those areas. If I click on this particular section, I've named it Tab. You'll notice that I haven't begun the process of actually giving it a name. So I'm going to go back over here to the section called OneNote Guide. With that being stated, you can create notebooks whenever you need them. One of the ways to be able to create a notebook is for you to click on File. You can select New, and you can begin the process of storing your notebook in one of several locations. For example, you can store them on the web, you can place them on your network, or you can store the notebooks individually on your computer. With that being stated, I'm going to go back and I'm going to click on the Home tab. As you continue to have ideas of your own, or as you begin to do your own research, you do not have to worry about saving your information inside of OneNote because it automatically saves while you're working in the notebook itself. In order to open OneNote, you can actually start doing that by going to the Start menu. So in this case, I'm going to close OneNote. I'm going to begin by looking at the Start button, and I'm going to type in OneNote. And as I begin the process of typing in one, I notice at the top that Microsoft OneNote appears, so I click it to open it. Once the notebook is open, I can begin the process of creating a new notebook, or in many instances, if this is your first time opening up Microsoft OneNote, you can have the opportunity to review the information that's in the starting guide. And if you click on each one of the individual pages involved, it'll give you an overview of what you can do inside of Microsoft OneNote. As you begin the process of looking at your electronic notebook, what you'll notice is that you have three main areas for Microsoft OneNote. The first part is the name of the notebook is shown on the left side of the screen. If you were to look at the names of the different tabs that you would normally have for the notebook, in Microsoft OneNote, tabs are referred to as sections. Sections are shown at the top part of the notebook in this area. So you can highlight and you can click to navigate between the different tabs. And if you decide to create a new tab, you can click here in order to type in the name of a different section. So we wouldn't call these tabs in OneNote, we would call these sections. So I'll press Escape in this area right now. Keep in mind that the tabs indicate the different sections that will be located across the top part of the notebook itself. Furthermore, when we click on each one of the tabs, we will notice, for instance, when I click on the OneNote Guide section, over to the right, these are referred to as the pages that are located inside of this specific section. If I want to see the pages for the tab section, I can click on Tab, and when I look over to the right, I can clearly see that these are the pages. While navigating back to the OneNote Guide section, I want to point out this area, which is referred to as Unfiled Notes. This is located in the lower part of the screen on the left side. You will notice that Unfiled Notes will give you space for notes that have not been organized. So if you're brainstorming ideas, you can click on Unfiled Notes, and if you decide to jot down the information that you have right now, but you do not wish to categorize it or classify that information, you can just click on New Page, jot down your thought, and later on you'll have the opportunity to go back and organize it and make it a part of this notebook or any other notebook that you desire to create. In this section, what I'm going to do is go back and click on the notebook because I want to point out a few more features. Right now, you'll notice that I don't show any information across the top except for this area, which is called the ribbon. The ribbon right now is collapsed. If you want to expand the ribbon, one of the quickest ways to do that is look over here to the right beside the Help button, and if you click on this particular area, it will expand the ribbon. To collapse the ribbon, you can toggle back and forth by clicking that area again. In this instance, I'm going to leave it expanded. If I decided that I wanted to use the full page view button, I can come over here inside of the View tab. By clicking on the View tab, I'll look in the Views group, and in this instance, I'm going to click Full Page View. This can be a helpful way for you to look at the entire screen, and it will maximize the amount of space that you're able to view at one time. If you decide that you want to go back to your regular view, all you have to do is click on View again, and going back to the Views group, select Full Page View, and now you'll notice that you can see less of your screen. To reiterate, you may find it very helpful if you want to understand the basics of Microsoft OneNote to take a look at the OneNote 2010 guide and look over to the right side of the screen and start with the first page. It will give you a basic overview of OneNote and how to begin the process of using this notebook. Another way to look at your OneNote notebook differently is to take a look over here in the navigation pane area. At the top, if you want to change the view of your notebook, what you can do is take a look at this particular button that will allow you to expand the navigation bar. By clicking it, you can see that now you can see the name of the notebook you're in, as well as the individual sections that have been created in the notebook itself. If you want to collapse it, click on the Collapse Navigation Bar button, and at that point you can see that it gives you more space on your screen over to the left side.